94.7 Asempa FM Suni Ekosiisen Jumedie no asuguswa utie no. In a minute it'll be 5 p.m. Yeah, the discussion segment no Bremo Adofonom Mark Auto and Spare Parts Ghana Limited Ebwayen Franco Trading Enterprise Castrol or say it's more than just oil, it's liquid engineering. You dependable herbal omone de adom malakio aba and a Global Lighting Center Limited omonso Ebwayen. My main council Sweden Ghana Medical Center emang me pacha mu a cancer hamo. Unim say cancer ba be a household name in our country because of the havoc it causes to many families. Now there is some good news. Sweden Ghana Medical Center oba your cancer center are specializing in the treatment of all types of solid tumors with advanced technology be it radiotherapy, brachytherapy and a chemotherapy. Say a prostate cancer, a cervical cancer, a breast cancer, a head, neck cancer. Ninyana, Oba SGMC Cancer Center. We are your best bet. Yawa Katamanso behind Lakeside Estate, Community 8. And our fraying ene it was 0201 409 403. In the 0201 409 403 and a 0262 253 328 0262 253 328. Obayemwa Ohawunyana to Echa. NAT members, NAGRAT members, ECG staff, Mone Moyerenom and Muknonom, Moma Eddie below 18 years in Yanano, Moba Sweden Ghana Medical Center for treatment and Yadia Ebejimusekebia. SGMC Cancer Center was taking away the burden of cancer. And a Lucky Casino say one website they call register luckywin.com.gh luckywin.com.gh and I say ubetuma download one app nenso na wa register on the app na Lucky Casino launch the Lucky Bonanza promotion to its esteemed users only in the month of October inti bosumia yewremu the whole of the month of October the Lucky Bonanza promotion because you just have to register on our website luckywin.com.gh and registered users will be picked randomly to collect a minimum of 200 Ghana's this cash packet on a daily basis. 200 cedis cash packet. That's the minimum. And you will pick you randomly. Now, in the court, we will register your news. Just go onto the website and register. And once I register, there randomly now you load 200 Ghana cedis at the amount. Nefra fakucha wenum kwa. So hurry and try your luck now. Terms and conditions apply. Bomodin nefa wo itumi. Eshim. Obanu munsuya awake purified drinking water. Kasapreko Company Limited yensuya ya diabedwaso eno ni nsuya ni tiniye lemon green. Onim se oto sansuo ne bottle ba ko bia ya tiska obetua ni mu kakra na ya de aboa the National Cardiothoracic Center ewo Kolebu nti ya ka awake na waje so 14 live. Fre 0262 351251 nepe awake nsuo ne bi enom. We a doctor ni, we a nurse ni, we a teacher, we a government worker, we do a ketua if we controller ho. Me pato you assume the we ebia uhieska e de aye bibi e de aye project bi we de etuake bi uhieska de aye something very urgent. Me pato worry no more. Once I would do a ketua if we control and kwade you can access the CBG, that's the Consolidated Bank Ghana. You're in personal loan at very competitive interest rate. And the amount of crime I was saying to you over a 60-month period. In the 60 months within which to pay back this personal loan. CBG nkwani ebeye at the amount. Me pacho o pesa wuti mu nsem ya call any CBG branch ebe and answer free 0302 216 000 0302 216 000. The more mu here skadi aye bibi e bia oniyoma bi na opsa wo de kokofa o pese wo di tua wo dan bi ka o pese wo de bibi enimani he ya urgent financing need me pacho okoye ho a CBG obenya personal loan bi de here no se wo ye aban adwuma ye ni o ye doctor o ye nurse o ye teacher o ji wa ketu every controller nko ade a okwa ye beboa o into one CBG in Nkomo said the American you can follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CBG Bank Limited. CBG Bank Limited. Limited near LTD. Terms and conditions apply. CBG. Or see, we stand with you. former MCA Miracles Abuaje Ababe Cancer was studio and the Dennis SI account Miracles Aquaba saying
Obi never na watch you.
Sorry, that's all about heart check.
Oh, I was here 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, but I said Bibi Aboko.
Divine selection, so
yeah.
Divine selection. And confirmation into they made me a consultant. A consultant.
MCE consultant.
Now
we want my confirmation.
And then 100% into your manichunkwa. Honorable Berry Massapon, see the manichunkwa.
100%. Assembly members near saying
44.
And Omunia Tomano.
No, I don't
Peja Mike.
I don't know. Me say Obi some when yaka say so we are some member say Omampini and nominati municipal chief executive.
Yes.
So on BC on na name. I see a team branasa.
Yeah.
Or your representative of the president. Or your representative of the people.
Yes.
So I just say no member one in the house one pena. We do have this here. You man so me to be say contradictory kakra. Because to be very sincere with you, say me share the principles now. At this point, nomination of MCs, the DCs. Now, me we didn't hear some confirmation. Well, honestly, because you share acquire your first or your structure and runner, or see or your representative of the president. You say a chess any panel. President don't even go baby at the same time. Into here and then we see for normal boy. And the other na me say me pay Uncle Luti no about representing me. Oh, I could see I know why you do my amami. Na me dey asoma o so mpero. Say because yes. And see I say a review a lot of these.
I think it's something we lifted from the approval of ministers. The minister, the president may nominate you. You go through a panel.
Anyway, and you can ask a similar question there. And also, you know, and also, but no crampono. My count several grounds. You can only probably say some prime minister way. It be based on credibility and some established, but in terms of the competence, they offer me.
Yeah.
Me na me o man pay na me say me pay Kofi Mensa. Obon kra me na me kwa me fa so am engineer no wetimi aye den. Aye eduma no. Amame. But I think so far so good. Confirmations na akoso no. Edoso. It's I mean Minya Isaac Japan. A bit fantastic guy. Fantastic guy, 100%.
Talking about history.
Yeah.
Yeah, history.
He been on the pure okay so far for them in that region.
We've had only one. Richmond ho.
Yeah. Richmond and Ponsa Ejaben.
But no break.
Or second chance.
Third one
members 22.
Only 50 points.
Emu 13 the Toman, that's 59%. Emu 13 out of 22 and no here 2/3. But
and go be a kitu be Matias. The next election we but
the point is when
don't take it
Omatias say you see Omatias because you see they want the development of the area. You understand? Some of these things eto de bia eto de because some of the bia create because I remember in our time 2017 you know Kobo but no name somebody be man.
But now my question person me busa say and chairman I want to know your experience if you are nominated by the president now oko first one assembly no reject wa the president can change you from there, right?
Yes, he can.
Obet change you.
Yes.
If
you go up and go second go to change you.
Sisi akura won yan ko first one because president to Mrs. Obi. We no can say we no can say akura won yan ko second. Say otumi Sisa.
Your restaurant
Go
for your restaurant okay.
but I think so far so good. I mean
but Sisi
a few casualties,
Joaben the na aba. Joaben on nipa 26 and e to aba. Yes vote na 6. No 20.
Only say with a special case.
Oh yeah, totally out.
Total rejection.
No, but it can be dealt with.
Oh, but look, the president even at a certain point in time can renominate him again.
Yes. No, but this one made me himself president better than Nako. Mami Sanso
I mean, the work of first one out of 26 votes when you're 20 no. The president will
Mami Kasim talk about this MC and honorable Dwasa in chairman.
Yes.
A to the beer home. In fact, I say to the beer. Sisi apartment no kasi. MC in DC me one of the reasons in here may advocate for general elections.
Yeah.
President Parliament Pedro decided the fate Nipa 11 no.
Ablekuma Central.
Nipa 11.
Assembly members need 11.
So you see, if these 11 people, and it's easy for 11 people to agree on an issue.
Yeah.
Very, very easy. A lot of times, the assembly members, it's not about the Nipa Nibe to me at this point.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We can't run away from it.
Yeah.
And it's something we need to deal with. And the only way we can deal with it is say, you use our electoral college system if you near the general elections. Say, I'm going to say, it's here be as a man who nominated you. That's a man 5K by 44 there. And now 5K by 50. Well, when we're now in 49, no 1-0. But second round, no. 70 million, that's a chaval, told him, no, Mammy Kakra, met me a Konamania. But it's a very serious matter. We need to really look at. But there are also other districts as well. In all sincerity, to me say win here.
Oh yeah.
Yama ni pani there. And they say you look credible. Eric.
Yeah.
I'm say am easy organize elections nimpo.
Popular acclamation.
Yeah. And the easy with sister said we the Roman to Ochila 70.
I'm looking through my list here of district I confirm you on. Say me share omu enya 100% now. Ofuasia you ready 100%. Ablekuma West 100%. Sefia Kontombra 100%. Awuyin 100%. Adanse North 100. Adanse South 100. Obuasi East 100. Obuasi Municipal 100. Bosome Frehon 100. Brim South 100%. Efutu Municipal enzo 100%. NA Ekma Efia Kwesiminti Municipal. Kojuakwa on 100%.
Okay. Daniel Kenneth 100%. Brim South 100%. New Dublin North, NA Etiwa West 98-95. Kowu East Abetifi 100%. Kowu South 100%. And so
for more I reject you mono somebody dropping the end can 5 so far.
Achiase
Yendi municipality
Achiase
ono 41 assembly members onya 20 yes votes. Asen South Chamalo de Asen South Central region. No. As one constituency.
Regional chairman Kuti in no constituency.
On what reject MC na.
Yeah. Well, apart from
Obi made a last comment on this MMDC. I didn't say this should be the last time as a country we will go through this.
Yeah, nominate MMDC.
We should vote. Yen twaba on partisan basis ni elect MMDCs.
Martin. But honorable. My question there. I will Cape Coast. In the NS after we reject na.
No, but our second chance.
Our second chance then.
Yeah.
It will vote difference now.
Vote difference.
65 assembly members, 34 on the 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm from
it's 65. No, 34.
Oh yeah, me yawa in do course in Jones.
Oh, minimum. Nje ne mami fi or her side. Ne papa fi Cape Coast. But he's more of a Cape Coaster than anybody. I personally like him. Yeah, the Masani Hadu issue ya been maybe said there. Where is that Sanu Hadu project?
Yeah.
Cape Coast has benefited Papa.
On inner city roads now.
Mam Kachro.
Yes.
Sometimes when we are talking there are certain things that people do have to do research. Not just coming saying anything anyhow.
No, but a trade documentary now where projects have started was acknowledged. I mean,
Missy, for me, I'm talking about Cape Coast. The Cape Coast in general. When you go to UCC campus, these are a new dusting road bill. Wow. And road even leading to the UCC. Kakum do Akotochi to Adi Waye. Now you look at Eyivwa Estate and Abra. You're looking at a remote village like Nyoku, Besa Krom, Emisa Krom, to Ebu Bonko, to Poli, all those places near Wata.
Cape Coast Technical University Road, Neda.
Excellent.
Wata Honina.
Mama Kacho, Aka, Mo Obo du Junction. No, there's a major work there.
Mobo, that's Cape Coast Technical University. Say if we get here, Eboko straight Edwana our branch. Them branch only now.
Even from NAT.
Yes.
From NAT. Yes. Or CCTU NAT. There's even a branch road offer Hanatete ni papa.
Yeah.
Nifio. Yeah. Odukopo Kakumudo. Go and see it.
Wata honyina.
No, Wata baby boy.
Okay.
It's being completed. And see, say you can sign no hydro project. Cape Coast North has benefited from Zino Hydro project. Yeah, in some when you research in one can, it helps and move the country forward.
On American, they say a documentary now. Areas where projects have started were acknowledged. Mana also started and also was acknowledged.
So why are people asking there? Zino Hydro project in where is it? No, what has been the benefit to the people?
Extra percentages. And if $2 billion project. Now, for
Cape Coast is 30 million.
Oh no, not just Cape Coast. Generally, my draw down now. That's why people are asking them, why can't I mean, and I think it's a legitimate question.
For me, I look at Army Baby Mete, and now I have benefited from that deal. From the Professor Moses Bibe. Ghanaians benefited, but the problem we have is that what is kind of my empire you endorse Kenya projects now or they because there are technical delays in a lot of these multilateral agreements in Kenya. There are technical delays. No, me say engineers or women Maya. I'm better move because one walk to school as an army. But at the end of the day, you ask yourself why. And then they need negotiation skills. We don't have expertise in that field. No more. Some of these bilateral projects in and agreement in
Otumuna
delay them. As a country, baby, yaba so many years from successive governments. More time
Miracles on your point.
But younger MC as
younger MC.
You know, can you sweet until the more.
How?
Mr. Nanipi, you're exhausting extensively. Well, at the friend them well, peace FM.
Say fashion there.
No, me, you think it's so easy? They have vested interest. Nadi. Ntina makade. As a party, so what shall I say? The application to become a DC MCE starts from the constituency. And then most of our constituencies in our district, the section of few. And see, what shall I say? For instance, Cape Coast, you have two constituencies.
In the metropolis. Yeah, metropolis.
So you have two executives that will meet. Being back at the DC in the north. Because previously MC in office south. And so you have MC from the north. Then one political party with two executives. Because they have vested interest. Chairman for an executives or executives now constituency. One guy's FM. Despite that, they have chairman and other office holders, and they have their groupies. See, Obi Beshe Kanaka Krabi or baby. Ye honor no day and you know because Yanina so Yanuko Yaniba Inuzo honor Yanina Tram or why are they why demi and now what is the yo dama. Say a party name sending from no one manage that situation. And party based information. You see, from national region and constituency or district, you need to educate the assemblymen. Bear in mind, last time McCann will be there. Ghana elections is determined by the state assembly elections.
Yeah.
And see where one party has majority in those areas, and that is the failure on the part of the NDC in not agreeing to contest the district chief executive elections. So Bado, they would have benefited. But you see, Obani Damana, political parties in there at play. Every political party be who do this assembly elections are one candidate. Vet to them and vet at the MP parliamentary candidate. The man assembly fuso vet one. No, we'll make sure the way you could no abone kaka. Nti well I say assemblyman na o win elections na was when war apakema. Ebu college na oriba na chawo de. The assemblyman or NDC.
One posters in Potre.
Oh, of late in last year. Was it last year or last 2 years or so? No way these assemblations. If you know managing such a way there, one better woman there or MPP or NDC. But in your we win no Australians who go no orba call us in our butcher over there. Your NDC, your MPP. And the best place to watch this is Cape Coast. They say assembly elections. What? Would you be Abra Aboba and Afo? Melcom area. No be display. No was so it tells you. Therefore, say a Kenyan candidate how to manage the opposition assembly members. Yeah, sometimes in they think that on no opposition, he has no stake in the election of MMDC. But Bokra, in Cape Coast, the NDC has majority in the assembly. What can balance somehow
is the government
appointees. But here you come, you have your own party people fighting against
your nomination.
Oh yeah. Yeah, time when I was a regional, more dissolve a lot of the government appointees. Because someone gets nominee no, but I want but against. It's a coalitions in a kita dismissal letters. And so what I'm telling you, we want you get new appointees. Look, when you don't go down. And you think that you remain at your regional or national or constituency party secretariat, your candidates will be losing.
Okay. I mean, for Honorable Kojo, I remember we a message from lawyer Samson Ladi Anyanini and Miracles on the point you earlier raised about approval process. There wasn't nominees to go through assembly. What if we say ye free one? You say, Obi, it is called democratic accountability. Presidents are accountable to the people that elected them via their MPs or via the assembly in the context of the issue raised. There is nothing wrong to be amended in the way.
I disagree. Maybe I disagree. Maybe position say. Maybe I disagree with you.
Yes.
The president is accountable to the people. No doubt about that. There are processes as president and they are accountable to the people.
Yes.
At this point, maybe if you say me a president. Let's say I nominate someone to go and represent me and help me deliver. Don't forget, the person is not a representative of the people. It is the MP that is a representative of the people.
Yes.
The MC or the DC represents the president, execute the mandate on behalf of the president. And see, I am of the view, I disagree with Lawyer Sampson. I am of the view that if I am the president, I nominate Honorable Edwasai to represent me at Adenta, let him come and work for me, and then you judge me when he fails to deliver by voting me out. That is what I think. Say it would help, because right now really you are rejecting the person I want to come and represent me. So who do you want me to bring? Your person?
Then.
So what is happening is that basically, if for example these assembly members become adamant, then they will be forcing who they want to come and work represent me.
The president.
Yes.
Okay. But the other thing is that then how does
I think
how does ministers also play out? It is a president Zobeka say ministers are nominated, as reps of the president in the various ministries. But also go through a certain parliamentary approval process and also it's a similar thing there was here.
Yeah, natural is
you get it. So how does that also play out?
I think say the president must have not less than one nominee in terms of maybe on board but he must have a package. Backups. Say we call.
And actually, there are backups.
Exactly. That shouldn't be a problem. It is our call now because if we two times now.
A conventional but after one time when we need the president can change you.
Yeah, the president can change you.
After one,
when you see, so there can be a delay and the president will renominate you again.
But I also think, sir, it shouldn't be a problem. The president must have options. So to you see, a community determine who should lead them.
Yeah.
You see, so the president must have at least 2-3 people. So because at the end of the day, there's assemblymen I want that particular community and I select back home for so bit me.
Yeah, but that will not be the community choosing. And assembly members 11 will be. Central assembly members in 11.
Is it their fault?
They are choosing them.
Is it their fault? I know no fault. Not I won't create 99 count and 110. It's not their fault.
That's where maybe say some process we know. The same as here because here got two partisan election. After the person who is nominated is purely partisan. Nominated by a partisan president.
I agree.
And Tim Sanet here there. Instead of saying 11 people pay. Every decide Yama Blekuma Central.
Yeah.
Yama 30,000 people in the union.
That's why I also agree.
So that now the DC no longer becomes a rep of the president, but the rep of the people. That's what they are doing.
I think in principle, not honorable. In principle, Nipa Bebreno agree to the elections bit.
But this election bit out more so far.
Yes.
Why not stop elections?
NDC.
Maybe sir, why not stop any? What did NDC do?
Oh, say a car. What NDC do?
When we say we disagree, does it mean we have stopped elections?
No, I'll explain to you.
No, please wait, me patch up. Maybe sir, you see, NDC. Please stop it. Stop it. It's not true.
Oh, it is.
More than we decided to have a referendum.
Yes.
Yes. And once she said it, and maybe be as a political party.
You were not consulted.
Omo say introducing partisanship, for which reason we would have to amend and entrench the
exactly. Let me explain to you. Exactly. So when we said so, if you think what we are saying doesn't make sense, what do? Go ahead and hold your referendum.
Say simple, sir.
What did we do as a party, political party, as a impede the president or the government from holding a referendum? What did we do? Did we maybe issue
and you're more of a referendum and you're more of what did the NDC do to stop us from electing MMDC? There was again
exactly the point.
And two provisions in the Ekan. If you amend Article 243, it will give you the opportunity to elect MMDCs. The other layer, they say the NPP government wanted to amend 55(3), which required a referendum to introduce partisanship. And one said, no, NDC for Bogu, then the government says, okay, even amending 243, which will give us the opportunity to elect,
So why do you blame us?
Obi, let me explain to you why it is the NDC.
Okay.
Referendum and to say any passage of law and amendment in Parliament.
Yeah.
Referendum requires a certain number of votes from the people.
That's true.
You don't go into a referendum. No smart government across the world goes into a referendum with a broken front. You fail from the beginning. Entina from the get-go. You are sorry, can you do final stage of the bill in Parliament? You need NDC for from the beginning. All consultation. Me, I was a front liner in this election of MMDCs. I know all the processes we went through. Even at the constituency levels, there were committees, bipartisan committees made up of NDC, MPP. We started campaigning for partisan election, an amendment of 55 and 243 from the constituencies way before we even got to the final stage in Parliament. Now this is what happened. You prefer independent and you agree with me, say until the NDC pulled out at the final stage, the country was ready to go into that referendum. Last minute, and I'm mobile back and say, At the committee levels, you call first reading, second reading. How many readings are all?
3.
Third reading, final one. You pay a certain date. First one, a man can want some. Second one, man can want some. All the consultations with the chiefs across the country, man can want some. It was a complete bipartisan bill. Last one, I feel them say, yes, I drink. That is what they said. Almost say, yes, I drink. Most say, my junior, Yakopasia, Ghana, the closest election was there in 2008. In a percentage, you're saying. No political party has more than a straightforward 50% in this country. And yet, we need about 2/3 or so in a referendum. So, there is no way without the NDC, the election of MMDCs on partisan basis will be possible. But we are ready.
Does that not
so, about we are ready. Yeah, they are ready. So, if you pull out, it will not be possible. So, it is their fault.
Then tell me, sir, if you knew, sir, with the NDC pulling out, the referendum would have failed, then maybe in also not allowing the people to still go ahead and vote, you are denying the people of their will.
No.
Because then majority would have voted against.
Yes,
the
because you see, at the end of the year,
yes.
About to say politics and democracy more. In this country, when we are going into an election, like the area for regional creation of regions, didn't you see the MPP and NDC wearing the T-shirt and T-shirt? Without that front, we would have failed the creation of the regions.
Yeah, but we don't only go into an election when everybody is aligned on one choice.
This is
that is not democracy.
This is a referendum. You see, because those elections, we need 50% plus one of ballot casts.
Absolutely.
So those ones you don't mind. So the in the presidential elections, we need 50% plus one of vote cast. So we don't mind whether MPP and NDC are on the same side. This is a referendum. You need 2/3 majority of vote cast. No political party in this country, no government in this country can get 2/3, 2 out of 3 of vote cast on their own. So meaning
under the circumstance, without the NDC,
it is not possible.
Is it then the case? Maybe majority of Ghanaians did not want partisanship introduced.
They didn't know that at the first level. They didn't know that at the constituency level when we're doing the consultations. They didn't know that when we're doing the second reading. They were part of the committees. They were part of the drafting. It was a pure act of bad faith. You see, the NDC at the point, final stage, started getting the sense that this thing is going to go to the credits of the MPP and Nando Danko Kufuor. It's a landmark initiative. And at that point, they decided to pull out. That is what happened. And the only reason why we didn't go into the referendum with the NDC, who were part of the drafting of the bill, was because they did not want the MPP to take credit
for
that particular landmark. Yes, that is what happened.
The final question is, couldn't we have still elected MMDCs just by amending Article 240?
No, you see, you're explaining in details the reason why we need to elect MMDCs on partisan basis.
Okay.
And the fact is that no matter how you look at it, just let's assume say Neyaba Betuabo Ablikuma Central. It will be already 18 years and above, and will be already 30 years and above. We are Emrambe contested. So I just say, so what you say, you bet me 1,000, 2,000.
Yeah.
The same way, you say political parties need to be filed. Ghana, say your independent MPs. So I just say, you say, you go on partisan basis, and no, just we are independent, and we are political party member. No, we to me in far from now you're doing. Yeah, political party. They say, you see a group here only the bakoba.
But we can also have 1,000 people living with that.
No. You see, political party.
Yes.
You see. No,
Obi has the honorable has said it right. Bad faith. It's as simple. No.
On the
It's as simple as I want
from the NDC.
You see, if you want to evaluate a party's strength,
yes,
your negotiation skill is also part of it. You see, MPP for say, did they even consider the NDC as a political party?
Yes.
It was Parliament.
No.
Parliament, wait, please. Parliament, Yes, a committee in a meeting. You go. If you like, you contribute. If you don't like, you won't contribute.
The party is represented in parliament.
Not only in parliament. There were political leadership.
Outside parliament, there were committees, even in every constituency.
Did you ever invite the NDC as a political party?
Yes. There were several consultations.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking at the national level.
Yes, even at the national level. There were several consultative.
By who?
By the local government.
By who?
That the NDC were part of.
And you were not aware of any such meetings?
You see,
they were part of it.
Let me tell you. You see, they thought, say, they were in government, and like, of course, there was a buy-in to a certain extent our parliament, and they were carried away by that. But somewhere along the line, our people also say, I don't know, starting, we all thought, say, or we have at one point or the other, as a political party, also had that, if we voted for assembly, your friend is saying MCs are. So almost every political party has expressed that interest. But these clauses, some of our leaders are more that local government system, last minute came back and told us, look, these are the technicalities involved. Let's deal with those technicalities and then we can move on.
At the time,
exactly.
Before all of that, technical briefing.
This is what I'm saying, sir. You see, every research, you may fumble at a certain point. But as along the line, as you keep reading and as you keep consulting, you will have some illumination at a certain point, and it will change everything you have started with. And it means
it's true.
Yeah. So I mean, as a position you picky, did it make sense or not?
Did they mention it to you? Are you aware? Has the NDC ever told you why?
At the time, so man.
But all I'm saying is that as a political party, I would say, you think you have the desire, and they should have tried it. If it doesn't work, then you can blame the NDC. Do you understand? Because NDC and a can't go police center say or move to and move to. Ghanaians have a mind of their own. So if you believe it, no, please,
politicians, one reasons for such things, it is at the back of their head. No, one presentation is different.
Now you're doing.
So I dissect ye. Now share no reasons now. We'll go merry-go-round.
We still have 3 years and 3 months ahead.
You now support a partisan election at that level.
Please,
party decision.
That's it.
Okay.
In the NDC party, bear in mind that the local government concept came from that angle.
Yes.
And the one way one consultation, the godfathers of the local government, they came in the last minute. Hey, shall I put a stop?
So what?
Because
that is not true.
As a party,
that is not true.
But I'm saying that the godfathers.
That's not true.
Of the local government.
That's not true. That's not true.
It didn't make
yes, but experts doesn't mean
assembly.
Where were they in the first place? When we were leading the whole thing and now supporting it at Parliament, where were they?
The local government concept.
They were part from the onset. They even thought say we should go ahead.
So who were the experts?
I won't tell you.
The local government concept.
No, but even if that is the case, what is wrong with that?
Yes. So you can underline that fact.
Yes.
But something in there. Local government concept started from the PNDC time. Now we cultivate and then during the constitutional as the constituent assembly, now we implanted the minya ashim. Now we teleguide as in Then comes the second MPP in power. Then the idea of assembly elections should come on, or you politicize the appointments and elections of yes. MMDCs. For me, I can say there, did they consult the very people who started the whole concept of the local government
which
system?
Is the NDC?
No, I'm coming. And I mean, okay, there, Ghana, we have become so partisan there. Our politics are here. When we are out of power, we will put our hands in between our laps and we'll be looking at you. But if there had been a crossing of the bridge to the other side to sit with and to create a kind even of a commission, I'm sure the NDC will buy into it. Yeah, all that what the NDC Moba, yeah. Is it the MPP or the UP? The MPP is called the UP tradition. So your system of politics and governance is quite different from that of the NDC, because NDC has no tradition. It came out of a revolution. And so honestly, but your system is not like that. FM. And see, that's one thing the MPP should look at it, bear in mind, so that the next step should not be like how it started.
Okay.
But then the whole thing at the end of the day, when the NDC came in, it confused Ghanaians. No, what is happening? Ghana, it gets to that stage. I quite remember when Kutu Achampon started the Unigov in 1975. Unless Kweku Bagon will correct me. They started it cunningly. And there were a lot of CPP group behind the union government. And some of us, the young boys, were confused. So all of us say, what is this union government? You go blue, red. I myself got involved in the part of the red. And the red were from the UP tradition. But when you got to a point, we realized, no, this is not about UP, this is not about CPP. It's about the destiny of this country.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
So we went against Unigov.
What the red look at
The man, Banja, Adina, Waye.
I want to red paper.
We say, Obi, independent research by civil society organizations showed that 70% did not want partisanship in the district assembly elections. Majority told the Constitution Review Commission they don't want partisanship. Why insist on partisanship against the will of the people? Lawyer Samson Ladi Anyaneni. Where's the Obi? From Honorable Light comes in, former DCE for Ajomako and a friend and comrade of Honorable Alote Jacobs. I say in 2016, both the NPP and the NDC agreed that voting should be on the 7th of November. On the day of voting in Parliament, the NPP voted against this proposal. So no qualms here at all. Honorable Light comes in. Good evening to you. Yeah. Where is Obi? Okay. The guy is damn right. Who is he? Miracles. I just tuned in. Why just amend on that? Buy-in from Parliament excluded the NDC. Abdul Malik Kwekubakun would want to know. Where is the Obi? Tell my brother Edu Asare that he can be seen munching on some biscuit in the studio. Chairman Ade Koka. And on the way, Abba. No, but chairman, I am biscuit. The event that go on. John, I normal. We say, Obi, good afternoon. If the community members decide who should lead them at the district level, will the president be responsible if the DCE fails to deliver?
That is my point. You see, this texter has made my point.
You see,
he's made my point.
This last 4 years, the district assemblies, all of them put together, did not operate.
Yes.
I said majority.
None of them operated this last 4 years.
It's false. It's not factual.
None of them completely useless. By decisions are. Central government take here by capping their common fund and their account. So they were not functional.
I executed 70 projects. The pictures are online. Open my website and put it on your Facebook. 70 projects in my municipality as MC. 70. What are you talking about? It's there. Open. The pictures are there as well. Maybe send it Cape Coast South. Moka Cape Coast South. Let me be Cape Coast South. Your friend is saying projects actually. I've counted just here almost about 60 projects, physical infrastructure, and Cape Coast South. What is the are you talking about, Honorable? Physical infrastructure. It is here. I am going to give it to you, that you put it on. You see, when we come and sit on the radio, and the alpha, so see a company a project as this cabinet. You see, in the first one, over here, if you have time, you can read them. Unfortunately, PPT.
Yeah, no problem.
You can try and zoom in and read. We don't do this. Don't sit on radio and put out falsehood. I received 2 forms of funding.
Mm-hmm.
2 forms of funding as MC. What's in the last 4 years? I was MC between 2017 and 2020. Mm-hmm. District Assembly Common Fund and then District Development Fund. There's a CFNO D part. Me D part no. Me di be Obusumase Health Center. Okwa is here. My day part was not less than 600,000. Yes, you understand. Me Okrase. Oh please. See, let me tell you. I used 1 year's DDF to execute Okrase Health Chips Compound and then Obusumase Chips Compound. And we have 60 projects on our website. 60 physical infrastructure. Oh, I mentioned one tranche. I've given you 2 sources of funding. Please don't do propaganda with me.
7 billion.
It's a lot of money. Naka, you have to be for NDC, there's someone to be for. No, he's right. No, Obi is right. Obi is right. Let me tell you something. Under the NDC. What? Oh, please, let me. Okay. It's not true. It is not. You see, on radio, I have sat in that office. Pablo was my predecessor. I have the financial statement. How much did you give Pablo per quarter? When I came into office, I came into office before I even received 2016 third quarter. Under the NDC. What are you talking about? What you are saying is a complete falsehood. This assembly. I am telling you that there is no government in this Fourth Republic. Projects under the British Assembly than this one. I am challenging.
In your district.
No. Hold on, I tell you. Physical infrastructure. Dr. Baubiade to online.
Yes, tracker.
18,000 projects. I'm telling you, about 90% of them, British Assembly executed projects.
We sat in this room. And
no, I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. British Assembly, I am telling you. So I just say, when you come and sit here, don't say things into the air. It is not true. We have 2 major sources of funding. As we speak, 2020, 2020. And 2019 D part is over $1 million. Over $1 million. Achimasa makes almost about 1.1 million. Call Paul Asamoah and ask him. So what you say? And the funds are coming. That's what they are using to this year. Omusaka, I think 2020 was a 2019 year. So you don't mix up the issues. You can do all form of propaganda, but the physical projects I've just given you Cape Coast South. If you have time, if you like, give me, I'll list them and then I'll mention them to you. In Cape Coast South, the projects are here. What's his name? NS Atta, you can see his picture. I am the picture here.
Yeah, that's.
I am the picture here. These are physical projects in his district. Why? Completion of the 2-story 6-unit quarters for government workers. West End, third ridge. Construction of block at Gratis Foundation for the production of LED bulbs under 1D1F. And Ola.
Almost 95%.
Construction of warehouse under the 1 district warehouse initiative. Construction of retaining wall, concrete pavement, and 2 normal shed and unit at Intusin Market.
Is on construction.
Construction of 10-seater WC community institutional toilet facility at Abasi.
Yes, is completed.
Construction of 10-seater WC community institutional toilet facility at Chibu Dakun. Yes. Construction of 3-unit classroom block and Anthem.
Yes. Completed.
Bakano. Construction of 1 number 2-unit KG block with ancillary facilities at Jacob Wilson Bakano.
Bakano. Completed. Or Wampano complete.
Econ.
Just behind town hall.
Is it Econ or Econ? Econ. Construction of 10-seater WC toilet under the DACF.
Completed.
Development of recreational and events ground at the forecourt of CCME.
Completed.
You see, this but come on, district assembly, you see University of Ghana Medical Center. No, that is another. Hold on. That is another argument. No, hold on. Please, let me also tell you something. And you see, no, hold on. These are 50. Let me speak. These are 50 projects. What time you can publish all? These are some of the reasons in here. Embrace publishers are less now. They were talking about say a project secretary. Maybe district you see University of Ghana Medical Center. Maybe district they need cheap compounds. They need markets. They need toilets. They need small drains. That is what I need to build in my district. You understand? It is obviously airport to Kwapem North. You wasted state resources. As a DCE, my job is to produce, is to make sure say, me follow our basic communities, say classroom blocks, ICT centers, libraries. That is my job.
Okay.
It is the job of central government to build interchanges and build medical centers. So and when you pick a list of projects for these assemblies, if I don't see these things, it means they're not doing their job.
Okay. Honorable Kojedu Asare, yes, sir. Convinced with that submission.
You see,
assembly.
You see, when you have assemblies,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM,
Adenta Municipal Assembly. During our time, we even built a market. A market. I will buju. I'm a market everywhere. I am only 60 now. Can
Adenta.
And Adenta,
Cape Coast about one market. That's for Cape Coast.
You see, where toilet.
No.
So far, 10 out of the. Me say, mention they 10
out of
15.
Yeah.
No, you have seen it with your eyes. Confirm it.
Toilets, 5.
That is the need of the people.
What you say?
That is the need.
Toilets, 5.
That's our problem with the toilet.
Charlie, what cassava 25 minutes? Yes, sir.
What's your problem?
You see, when you don't have any good thing to show, and how do show toilet? I'm telling you the truth because list here, Sabi, I can market room, lorry park room. I don't know the car toilet 5.
Hold on. I'll go through them. Hold on.
Huh?
Yeah.
You see, in the order of priority, yes, toilets are important. Do you understand? Toilets are important, but a whole district assembly. Now, 50% of the projects we are so proud of. Toilets, 3-seater, 6-seater. Oh, Charlie, why don't you have?
You have the opportunity to react. Relax. All right. Relax. Yes.
And we're here. We listen to you.
But say, this major problem is open defecation. You would build more toilets. Which will address a specific problem. And
you see, yeah, in NDC.
You have toilets.
We in NDC, we build toilets, but we don't gloat over them because we don't consider as anything to gloat over. That is my point. Even cheap compounds, I don't think they've built anything called cheap compounds more than NDC.
Ekosiisen.
What you say? They haven't.
No.
Yeah. Oh, gloat! I beg you.
NDC is the longest on the
cheap compound design. You see, cheap compound design that Ben introduced here. The idea of putting up cheap compounds. How is that related to the longevity of ND?
We see cheap compound more. These are verifiable facts. We can.
But that the NPP cannot even contest that. They know that for a fact. We find a green book now. The list is there everywhere. Those because it's like even an assemblyman can build it.
Semper FM.
Okay, you're more assemblymen, Sika. So here. They are the things we should leave for them to build and gloat over. But here is the case. The vice president himself, toilet, and we've built 32-seater toilet, and we've built 18-seater toilet, and then we've built 140,000 toilet. Masa, I mean, just say, where are the projects compared with monies that they have wasted in this country?
Ekosiisen.
So far, they've taken loans over 200 and something billion Ghana cedis. Not the only thing you can talk, the whole Cape Coast municipality, Obekasa, out of 10 list of a list of 10 a year, oh boy, 5-year toilets. Timekasa 50%. That's what I mean. You understand? That is what I mean. Because Ubeka say toilet ayemuma. You're trying 50.
Miraculous.
First of all, we establishing normal meaning. No, please, let me speak. We establishing normal meaning. No, let me speak. Before I come to it, I'll establish two things. Okay. First of all, I have proven that what he put out there is a palpable falsehood. That district assemblies have been working and they have been delivering to the needs of the people.
That has been settled.
So that falsehood is gone. Now I am coming to read. I'm going to confirm from you why. Asphalt concrete overlay in Cape Coast. Selected locations. What will be one? What will be? No. Construction of 12-unit classroom block. Oh, what's a Maka toilet?
No, it's there.
I mentioned it to you.
Central government.
How do you know? I have mentioned that thing to you. Now they're in the front here. You see the contradictions on the part of Kobiasa is that I mentioned.
Don't do advert.
Okay, are you done?
Okay.
I have mentioned at least to you. Maybe we say a toilet. I feel a boss for you, Marshall.
Me, I won't see me because
okay. I got it.
And
from
construction of 12 units
electricity company right down to second range.
That's it. Construction of 12 units.
Okay. Sino hydro now.
Oh, Construction of
12 unit classroom block for Ghana National College. Construction of 2-story dormitory block at Ghana National College. Okay, another 12 units at Ghana College.
All the secondary schools in Cape Coast.
At this other college for you. In fact, people will be so. Into my block classroom block. Establishment and the building of a passport office in Cape Coast. No. Completion. Oh, what's the name?
The passport one was started by
Ekosiisen on Semper FM.
Christine Checha. To the time of
after 10. That's it. So super, so fantastic. Redevelopment of the Anafo market.
Redevelopment. 1 way.
Yes, maybe
it's
so.
almost about 40.
Development of the recreation and event ground at the forecourt of CCM in Bachosu.
Completed.
Rehabilitation of Victoria Park in Bachosu.
Completed.
Construction of one normal open shed for fishermen. Trom Jubilee Park.
Trom Jubilee
Park.
Completed.
Okay, maybe first at least we need na sending in amount. Oh, Mabuba no we. 50 of them. Let's go to us rehabilitation of Jubilee School. I got to
yes.
One also. One was Maka put that. What Maka retaining wall concrete no mayo in Tino say in Tino, but just one also. One also. And the pictures are all here. Obi. Pictures in our please don't do that. I have given you the list. 50 less in the amount. If you call human resource, you call human resource, youth and jobs, youth employment. Oko Cape Coast metropolis in FIFA. About 614 of them have been recruited and working under the period. 700 young graduates in Cape Coast, and they have form our demand and NAPCO. Out of that, almost about 195 in permanent jobs as we speak. Forestry Commission, 195 of the young people. Cape Coast metropolis. IGF, ATA, Nipanko form one IGF or Cape Coast in its development on the district direct fund. No man can say internally generated for A79. Meko agric subsidies for input farmers are more Cape Coast area. Subsidies or input area more benefit under agric farmers in 284 beneficiaries. Beneficiary, may I say beneficiaries of planting for food and jobs. Cape Coast farmers don't know on planting for food and jobs. Cape Coast metropolis 9,335. 9,335
metropolis.
Yes.
It has a lot of villages.
Oh, okay.
Don't
the metropolis.
Yes.
Okay.
There are villages, but
yeah, culture and industry. And more work Cape Coast South. And more work Cape Coast South. Ata. Amu fans. Amudi Juma 112. 112. Now say you see, I am giving you these things for you to understand that you see, time and so say NDC for better radio so. About district be a member. Anytime I meet NDC people and they make blanket statements, say, and I'm giving you pictures of Katuna man 47 the pictures are true. When they come and sit on radio, we are saying come and taking one and they two this is the government that the district assemblies have done nothing. It's a palpable falsehood. I am telling you, I've been an MC before. This is the only time that MCs have had absolute control over the development in their areas. And I'll tell you something. Finally, there's a community called Kebu. Borobia, Adoso Borobia electoral area. Kebu. In the last 3 years was a KVIP toilet. KVIP toilet. It is a MC here. Me first can and see a friend is saying 13-story medical center Makebuana. What they need is a KVIP toilet. So if you ask me to give you a list of projects I have done in a district assembly, be sure to see toilets. Some of them are even 4 units. Because a settler community, village, all they need for you to provide them with a small 4-unit toilet facility. All they need is a small borehole. Some of them, all they need is even a dwarf wall for their children to sit under and study at night. That is what the DC is, and the assemblies under Nana Benko Kufado will deliver to our people. Okay. We will meet the needs of our people. We will not go and put a new block 10 kilometers from our capital, because that's what our people need. We provide them with the things that they need to ensure say it meets their need at the right point.
Mamina say Ekosiisen is higher Sempa 94.7 FM. The Dennis Miracles Abuaje and Amoten and Kano sound so and Honorable Kojo Edu Asare Ewaha on the Director Special Duties of the NDC and a Chairman Alote Jacobs and so Ewaha Midin your Saibonsu. Yeah, Basisi Kojo Edu